This is a very interesting video that I stumbled across earlier today, and I just wanted to talk about it. It talks about the pagan origins of holidays. This one in particular is speaking of Christmas. Uh, for those of us that are awake, we know that pagan holidays are rooted in witchcraft and just it's demonic, and it has nothing to do with the celebration of uh, Jesus or anything like that uh, at its root. Um, One of the most interesting things that I heard in this video was it talked about a time frame between December the 17th and December the 25th where the Roman Empire would have these Nazis or agent provocateurs go out and stalk and harass innocent people. It was said that it was a time that was abound in lawlessness, and during that time frame of December 17th and December 25th, these people were allowed to go out and attack innocent people and also destroy their property, and they would not be held accountable for it because they said the Roman courts were closed. I thought that was very interesting, and that definitely relates to my experiences as being persecuted by this shadow government, by the Catholic Church, Roman Empire, which is a lot of where this is all coming from. I thought it was very interesting because the trend that I've seen, uh, the trend that I have seen since 2014, which was when my targeting was when I realized that I was being systematically persecuted and harassed and things of that nature. Um, I always noticed around the holidays that the targeting would amp up, and I always wondered why. Like there's something to that. And upon further research, this it's their pagan holidays. This was a time that they would go out and just find innocent people, or they had people on a list that were deemed enemies of the Roman Catholic Church, okay? And they would go out and commit all kinds of atrocities against these people. So there's nothing new under the sun. This stuff went on years ago, many years ago before we were even born, and it still goes on today. It's just that today there's technology that is coupled with these individuals to help them uh, act out their harassment against us. So I thought this was a very good video to share for people that are truly going through this. These people will set you up. Um, they're constantly trying to find ways to set you up. The Bible talks about how they lurk around corners, and the wicked watches the righteous and seeks to slay him. They seek to cast the righteous down from his excellency. I mean, it's all in the scriptures. Okay, nothing new under the sun. This stuff still continues to go on. It's just modern day persecution of the saints, modern day persecution of the innocents in this world that is not tainted or overcome by temptation and wickedness and evils of this world. Okay, so I just want to play this video. I thought it was very interesting.
Christians were detected by not decorating their houses at the Saturnalia.
To me, it sounds like it's saying that true Christians did not decorate their houses during the time of Christmas. The Christmas trees and the lights all over the house and all this kind of thing. Do you see the depiction of this? Do you see what this demon is doing to this child? This is what people celebrate, and they have no idea what they're celebrating. They think it's all about just celebrating Christ and gift giving and a time to be in good spirits. You need to study your history and look into what it is you're exactly celebrating. The same thing goes for Thanksgiving. The same thing goes for Halloween, 4th of July, and all this type of stuff. This is why I do not celebrate no holidays. Okay? My people perish for lack of knowledge. It's important for people to know this.
Saturnalia, the pagan Roman winter solstice festival. Roman pagans first introduced the holiday of Saturnalia, a week-long period of lawlessness celebrated between December 17th through 25th. During this period, Roman courts were closed, and Roman law dictated that no one could be punished for damaging property or injuring people during the week-long celebration.
Did you hear what he said? Roman courts are closed, and no one could be held accountable for damaging property or harming others. Okay? This is what these people do. Now, they do this to us year round, but for some reason, well, we know the reason now. During the holidays, they amp up the attacks to where they really try to get you locked up. They really do things to try to, provoke you so that you can get locked up in jail or killed or placed into a mental facility, which is their main three goals. But again, nothing new under the sun. This stuff happened many years ago. It still goes on today with today's saints.
The festival began when Roman authorities chose an enemy of the Roman people to represent the, quote, Lord of Misrule. Each Roman community selected a victim who they forced to indulge in food and other physical pleasures throughout the week. At the festival's conclusion, December 25th, Roman authorities believed that they were destroying the forces of darkness by brutally murdering this innocent man or woman. The ancient Greek...
Did you hear what he just said? They believe, the evil in this world believes that they are destroying darkness by totally destroying an innocent man's life, by killing an innocent person. Okay? Did you hear what he just said? That's exactly what these people are doing to us. Let me play that back again. 1 second.
Greek writer conclusion, December 25th. Roman authorities believed that they were destroying the forces of darkness. The festival began when Roman authorities chose an enemy of the Roman people to represent the, quote,
we have been deemed enemies of the Roman people, enemies of the Catholic Church.
Lord of Misrule. Each Roman community selected a victim who they forced to indulge in food and other physical pleasures throughout the week. At the festival's conclusion, December 25th, Roman authorities believed that they were destroying the forces of darkness by brutally murdering this innocent man or woman.
Did you hear that? Each Roman group would select a person to do this to. Doesn't that sound like that? Gang stalking and being persecuted when you flee from one place. When they persecute you in one place, flee to the next. Everywhere that you go, this harassment follows you. This is exactly what these people are doing. There is nothing new under the sun. Okay?
The rule. Each Roman community selected a victim who they forced to indulge in food and other physical pleasures throughout the week. At the festival's conclusion, December 25th, Roman authorities believed that they were destroying the forces of darkness by brutally murdering this innocent man or woman. The ancient Greek writer, poet, and historian.
Woe to those that call evil good and good evil. They call us demons. They call us, they'll say, "Oh, this one is real evil or wicked," because we do not allow these people to walk over us. We don't allow we stand up to these people. Okay, so now they deem us as enemies. Okay, just as we view them as devils and demons, on their side of it, they look at us as the devils and demons. Okay, when truly they are the true epitome of all that is evil and wicked in this world. The child sacrifices that go on, the pedophilia, the drug trafficking that goes on, the human trafficking. These people are responsible for what's going on with that. Then you have people like me who in the past I have tried to expose child trafficking. I tried to expose people that were involved in pedophilia. Okay? So we are deemed enemies of the Roman Catholic Church, of this shadow government, because we do not partake in any of that. We try to be the light and shed and expose what's going on. And they can't have that.
Historian Lucian, in his dialogue entitled Saturnalia, describes the festival's observance in his time. In addition to human sacrifice, he mentions three customs: widespread intoxication, going from house to house while singing naked, rape and other sexual license, and consuming human-shaped biscuits.
Doesn't that sound like when you go to the Catholic Church, and I've been to a few Catholic churches when I was like younger or whatever, when you go up and you partake in the eating of the body of Christ? Doesn't that kind of sound like what he's talking about here?
In the 4th century, Catholicism...
It's all symbolic. Cannibalism, there's satanic, demonic rituals. When you do stuff like that, you're engaging in satanic, demonic rituals. It's all symbolic.
imported the Saturnalia festival, hoping to take the pagan masses in with it. Catholic leaders succeeded in converting to Catholicism large numbers of pagans by promising them that they could continue to celebrate the Saturnalia as Christians. The Catholic leaders named Saturnalia's concluding day, December 25th, to be Jesus' birthday. Sol Invictus. Dies Natalis Solis Invicti, birthday of the unconquered sun. The rebirth of the sun god. December 25th was a Roman civil holiday also honoring the cult of Sol Invicta, with its origins in Syria and the monotheistic cult of Mithras. Christmas, the Mass of Christ. In the 5th century, the Western Church ordered it to be celebrated forever on the day of the Roman feast, Sol Invictus. Stephen Nissenbaum, professor of history at the University of Massachusetts, Amherst, writes, quote, in return for ensuring massive observance of the anniversary of the Savior's birth, by assigning it to this resonant date, the Catholic Church, for its part, tacitly agreed to allow the holiday to be celebrated more or less the way it had always been. The earliest Christmas holidays were celebrated by drinking, sexual indulgence, singing naked in the streets, a precursor of modern caroling. Some of the most depraved
And this is the root of Christmas.
customs of the Saturnalia Carnival.
I'll probably have to cut this short because I'm busy doing something right now, or I'll make a part 2 and just join it. Alright, so I'm back, so I'm going to continue playing the video.
Were intentionally revived by the Catholic Church in 1466, when Pope Paul II forced Jews to race naked through the streets of the city. An eyewitness account reports, quote, before they were to run, the Jews were richly fed, so as to make the race more difficult for them, and at the same time more amusing for the spectators. They ran amid Rome's taunting shrieks and peals of laughter, while the Holy Father stood upon a richly ornamented balcony and laughed heartily.
See, this is your Pope, your Catholic leaders and all that. This is what they indulged in, you know, in those times, okay, and still do secretly, all right. But these are the people that you worship, that you look up to. These are people that you hold as, you know, beacons of light in the world, when in fact they are the complete opposite of that. You know, these people are evil. You know, they appear as being upstanding and righteous, but in secret, these people are some of the most sick and vile individuals that you could ever stumble across. Sorry, I gotta go again. I'll be right back.
As part of the Saturnalia Carnival throughout the 18th and 19th centuries, rabbis of the ghetto in Rome were forced to wear clownish outfits and march through the city streets to the jeers of the crowd, pelted by a variety of missiles. When the Jewish community of Rome sent a petition in 1836 to Pope Gregory XVI, begging him to stop the annual Saturnalia abuse of the Jewish community, he responded, "It is not opportune to make any innovation."
So are we the true Jews? Because this is the same thing that happens with us, okay? It's modernized because we're living in a time to where everything is more advanced, technology, the way of living, whereas back then, you know, they didn't have these things to aid and assist them, so it was more out in the open and more blatant. Now they can secretly do this and be virtually undetected while doing this to us, while torturing us, okay? That's why it's so hard for the persecuted ones to get evidence as to what's happening, because they use covert secret devices against us, hence the directed energy weapon attacks, sleep deprivation frequencies that they shoot us with. There's so much that we go through that a lot of people don't even know about, okay? So I just want to put that out there. This stuff, again, I've said it repeatedly, nothing new under the sun. These people have done this to the innocent ones, the saints, you know, for many years they've been doing this type of thing.
It was during the period of the ascendancy of the Roman Empire that Christ Mass originated. Consequently, we find that pagan Roman customs played the major part in fixing its date and characteristics. Its general season, however, was later found to coincide with important religious superstitions of the North European barbarians, who also worshipped the sun and marked the solstice. And this too played a large part in its development. Alfred Holt's Christmas Fact and Fancy. The Catholic Encyclopedia itself says, quote, "The well-known solar feast of Natalis and Victi, celebrated on December 25th, has a strong claim for the responsibility of our Christmas date." The Encyclopedia Americana says, "In the 5th century, the Western Church ordered Christmas to be celebrated forever on the day of the old Roman feast of the birth of Sol." Christmas seems to have first appeared in the Roman Church.
So while you unwitting public are out celebrating your Christmas holidays and gift giving and enjoying the so-called Christmas spirit, just know that there are individuals out there that are being tortured, that are being systematically disenfranchised, that are being assaulted, that are being set up. This is what's going on in this world. And a lot of people do not even realize that this type of thing is even happening. So hopefully this video can bring awareness. I feel like my channel has been shadow banned. If I don't have anything, if I don't have police videos up, oftentimes people don't even care to watch what I have to say or hear what I have to say if it doesn't have anything to do with the police or them hemming me up or having an encounter with me. Because the sad part of this world is that a lot of people find that type of display more entertaining rather than taking in information that is enriched in truth and that is geared towards exposing the evil in this world. So people find it more entertaining to see somebody getting shot by a law enforcement officer or hemmed up or constantly harassed as opposed to listening to videos like this. But hopefully I'm reaching someone. These videos are not to my benefit. I don't make these videos to get empathy or sympathy or to have anyone feel sorry for me. The whole sole purpose of these videos that I post is to expose and to share with you what I go through and to let other people out there know that's going through this that they're not alone.
Church after the middle of the 4th century. At a somewhat later period, it spread into Eastern Asia. It was not received with equal
powering on.
It was not till the 6th century that anything like unanimity prevailed as to the day to be observed.
Paired.
From the Abbot Conant Dictionary of Religious Knowledge.
After the barbarians were Christianized, all the customs and superstitions which had belonged from time immemorable to their own Yuletide began to cluster about Christmas. When the season calls up in the mind crackling fires on the hearth, lighted candles, rooms adorned with evergreens, bright berries and flowers, feast and frolic, these are the genuine pagan elements. The manner in which this festival came to be observed in the Romish Church, and through it to the other churches, is as follows. In this season of the year, a series of heathen festivals occurred. These festivals had an import which easily admitted of being spiritualized and transformed into a Christian sense. First came the Saturnalia, which represented the Golden Age, and abolished for a while the distinction of ranks. Then came the custom peculiar to this season of making presents, afterwards transferred to the Christmas festival.
Alright, so if you want to watch the video, Pagan Origins of Christmas, I'm not going to continue playing the whole thing, but yeah, so that's what your Christmas is rooted in. It's rooted in evil and witchcraft and mockery and persecution of the saints, pretty much. And, satanic child sacrifice and rituals and things of that nature. So it's very important to put out these types of videos that are very informative and that can give people insight as to what really goes on in this world. Currently, the targeting for me has amped up tremendously. It's that time of year. 'Tis the season. And this whole hunter games type of phenomenon that we're dealing with It's very taxing on the spirit. It's very taxing on the soul, and to constantly have to watch your back and to be in constant, uh, just watching your surroundings all the time. It's just very unsettling. And a message to the courts. Uh, you know, I have insurmountable evidence of my stalking and harassment without a shadow of a doubt. There's things that I haven't even posted on YouTube that I have saved in video files. So if there's ever a time to where these people try to bring me into the courts to try to charge me with a crime, which would be me defending myself, which would be self-defense, I would be more than happy to present my evidence in the presence of a jury, and I will be able to articulate and to be intelligently explain what has been going on and some of the people that have been involved with this. Okay? So I just want to put that out there because these people are working double time to try to find ways to get me locked up and to get us locked up, all of us that are going through this. So they send people out whenever the target is, leaving a residence. They watch the target so they know when the target leaves the residence so that they can either come in the target's place of residence to sabotage or poison your food or move things around. They have to keep eyes on the target 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, it's easy for them to get into your home. Let's say if you're at a grocery store, they have their agents that are at the grocery store and they have eyes on you there so that they can confirm that you're at the store. So then they can then know when to go into your home and enact their shenanigans. They will try to find out whatever it is that they know that pisses you off, and they will exploit that to the 10th degree, to the 100th degree, okay, to try to get a reaction, to try to provoke you into getting a response that would warrant law enforcement involvement. When it comes to self-defense, you have a God-given right to defend yourself by any means necessary, even if it includes deadly force, okay? You are not out there looking for trouble. You're just trying to go about your daily activities and routines and live a normal life. It's these people that are the criminals. It is these people that are mentally unstable, okay? That are sent out against you to try to basically destroy your life, okay? So I'm just putting it out there. It's really heavy right now. Just be strong, keep your head up. Whatever it is that you have to do to protect yourself, by all means do it. There's no help through the courts. There's no help through the FBI. There's no help through local law enforcement because you know what? They're all complicit in this activity. Okay? Now, you might have some people that don't want to be involved in it, but it kind of makes them just as bad as if they know about it and they're not shedding light on it to put an end to it. You get what I'm saying? I've experienced to where I've had encounters with officers that seem to kind of help me out in ways and kind of look out for me. But if you know what's going on, why don't you expose it? Why do you have to covertly help me? You get what I'm saying? So that's what it means to be a saint. That's what it means to be a person of righteousness. You live in truth, or you try your best to live in truth as much as you can. Nobody's perfect. But if you know this type of thing is happening to people, this is something that you want to bring awareness to and bring it to the attention of the masses, because a lot of these mass shootings, I am without a shadow of a doubt, I am convinced that a lot of these people were targeted, okay, and they had enough. The news media does not tell you the exact truth. They always shed the light on the target as either being crazy or mentally unstable, or they'll say, oh, he was such a nice guy, I never knew him to be that way, and he was always quiet, and to me, it just seemed like he just snapped for no reason. They'll put that narrative out there. That is not true. Nobody just snaps for no reason, okay? Something is being done to these individuals in order for them to go out and do this, okay? MK Ultra is very real. I know that I'm a victim of that. I was a victim of that when I was a kid, and it's still ongoing until this day. And some of us have just woken up recently to the fact that we are under this MK Ultra experiment type of activity. All right, so I'm just bringing awareness in case something happens. It can't be said that I never spoke on it. In case I end up having to go to court for something, I'm just making this video in advance to let the courts know, to let the district attorneys know, the prosecuting attorneys, the judges, and even the jury. Okay, this is what these people are doing to us. We have reached out for help, and there has been no help. So what are we left to do? What are we left to do when the FBI picks you up and has a meeting with you, and they let you know what's going on? They let you know that they know what's happening to you is real, but then there's nothing they can do about it. Where does that leave you? It leaves you to fend for yourself and do what you got to do for yourself. So I'm just putting it out there. I work. I'm not a bum. These people make it extremely hard for me to hold a solid residence. I'm constantly having to move because of the persecution. I'm constantly having to make alterations and just different moves in my life just so that I can try to live somewhat of a life. All of us are going through this. Okay? I'm sorry, let me take that back. Not all of us, but there are a lot of us, is what I meant to say, that are going through this, and people just don't understand. They look at you and want to say you're crazy because you act a certain way that's different from the norms of society, so they want to deem you as being a problem. When all it is you're just expressing yourself. You're not hurting nobody by wanting to be quiet, by wanting to mind your own business and be to yourself. So it's like they do these things to try to change your behavior, but at the same time, these people really hate us. They might smile and talk about love in your face and all this, but secretly they hate us. Make no mistake. And all of you people out there, you cowards that are so scared to go against this because you don't want it happening to you, I pray that you suffer the same fate that these people will suffer in the end. There's no room for cowards in the kingdom of heaven. Okay? You people that are out there knowing what's happening to us and nobody's saying nothing about it. So anyways, that's pretty much all I got. Again, they send these people out on the roads, try to run you off the road. They'll send people, I'll go park in a secluded area, and somehow, some way, they always send people there to just meddle with you and just provoke you or just be hostile or aggressive towards you in some sort of way, like they want to punk you type of thing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm here to say that I will defend myself by any means necessary. If any of you ever try to put your hands on me, there will be consequences for that. That I can promise you. That's all I got for now. You guys stay strong. You guys that are going through this, I know what it's like. I go through it every day. You know, you can try your best to be positive as much as you'd like and pray as much as you like, but at the end of the day, the reality of this thing is every day that you wake up, it's still the same. These people don't care about you praying. They don't care about your connection to God. They don't care about none of that. They are just going to do what they're going to do. So, but there's hope. There's hope in the fact that you can endure this. You can acquire the strength that you need to endure and to survive and to make it as best as you can. Okay? Be careful of the people that that try to offer help to you sometimes. Some of these people, not all, but some of them are actually one of the perpetrators, and they try to reel you in to get you close so that they can destroy you. Okay? They'll try to find out what it is that you like, what you don't like. Basically, they're like spies that are sent to just watch you, but at a much closer range. Okay? So just be very careful with that. There's nothing wrong with this accepting help, but just be very careful, be very vigilant, and just pay attention to the behavior. Don't worry about what they're telling you. Look at their actions, because it's been said that actions speak louder than words. And that will give you all the information that you need to know. All the intel that you need to know is their actions. So, all right, that's all I got. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and until the next one.